one thing I was wondering, you know, what is my bio?
Your bio?
Yeah, my Instagram bio.
You said, so said you need help with it? You only got like 30 characters. I mean,
Right. So like, how do you sum up everything in those little 30 characters? Like, what do you specifically? You talk about the thing that you want to sell at that moment.
what I've noticed is some people talk about what they sell in that moment. Some people bio is general. Um, yeah, it's kind of like who is your audience in the broadest sense, and what is it that you are providing them. And once you answer those two questions, you got your bio. You got your bio for social media.
Which is different than like different than
So what you need to do is you need to look at bios. So these pages that you starting to follow, that's entrepreneurship, one person businesses, artists who have skills that they monetize. You need to read bios to help you with your bio. So you can see the variation of how people are answering those two those two questions. Who's your audience and what do you provide? And if you want it to be broad based on your skill set, then you got to figure out how the multiple things that you know how to do or that you provide, how they connect together.
because it seemed like I want my bio to talk about being a braider, but also tran- I want to say transitioning into being a braid coach and wanting to teach this amount of many girls how to braid.
Right.
Because it also needs to be appealing, right? Like they need to be able to know that.
Well, you can't overthink it.
Okay.
You got two questions to answer. Who is your audience?
And what do you provide?
And what do you provide? And if you saying how do you sum up everything, what's everything? Because everything might not only be braiding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is that a question you asking me right
now? Yep. What's everything?
Like being a 26-year-old girl is a.
Right. So what's that generation called? Gen Z.
Gen Zers.
Okay.
26-year-old.
You got another pen?
That's a broad stroke. I'm talking to this age demographic.
What's Gen Z?
I'm about to tell you.
Born in
97 to 2012.
I just made it to 2012. So these people is 12 to 26.
12 to 27. Yeah.
That's crazy because they definitely won't talk to.
right. So it don't gotta be you talking to people who want to braid. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You might be talking to people in this age demographic about how to survive, as an artist or a creative person or an entrepreneur or, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you just want to think about what all the things are to figure out what can be the umbrella or a couple different bullet points of what you provide to
this generation or this audience.
Right. And it might not only be that audience, you know what I'm saying? But that just is a way to simplify a broad part of your audience,
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, what are you trying to help them do? And the way to figure it out also is to think about what is it that you needed help with? Because you're trying to help them figure out what you needed help with faster than you figured it out.
So in my bio, do I talk about being a home-based breeder? I wrote down a whole bunch of random stuff so that I could share with you. So.
But you trying to figure out what your audience is and what you provide them.
But.
So what being a home-based braider got to do with anything?
The fact that they know what they're getting themselves into.
Who?
The clientele.
What clientele?
The people that want to get their hair braided.
Right. So that's a specific part of your audience. So you'll be able to communicate that to them in whatever way you choose to, but you can put up a post. That don't necessarily got to represent who you are, you know?
And who you are is just to sum up of this little catch your attention.
Yeah, when I read through it, this person is trying to help me, is what you want the person who reads your bio to think or experience. And it ain't got to be, this very complex thing. You can be an artist just trying to help people figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm like, I like that.
I mean, that sounds so easy.
But if you don't overthink it,
it low-key
it's easy. But overthinking is a part of it, so that makes it hard. And it's easier for me to say it than it is for me to do it. And then you just try it and see how it feels. And then you switch it.
Yeah, that nigga journal.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the reiteration. Just the doing it.
Yeah, like learning by doing. But you should definitely go read some bios. And you should keep your eyes peeled for bios. So you ain't got to make this a one-time sit down and read as many as possible. Just start paying attention to bios. Start paying attention to descriptions. Start paying attention to captions. Start looking and seeing, oh, this person sells this. This is what their bio says. But then they do these other things, and this is how they frame these other things through how they post. But definitely you're going to learn by doing more than you're going to learn by trying to figure it out in your head. What do your bio say now?
Just a girl with an essential perspective.
What does that mean?
It means that I got so many things I have to try to sum it up because I think that I'm wrong.
You said you got so many things. That's what essential things mean?
Yeah, essential is like important, right? Or like needed, but regardless. We was essential workers. Yeah.
So essential perspective?
Yeah.
Gotcha. On what?
Just all this stuff that I be posting that I don't know how to sum up into a better word.
And what kind of stuff do you be posting?
Hair.
And what do hair represent?
Creativity.
Creativity. What else?
Empowerment. because they be happy when they get it. They be feeling good. I be helping them.
Okay.
And then this morning, I was reading about braids, and they talked about how it symbolized identity and communication, which was very interesting.
Well, what else is hair about for you?
Definitely creativity, definitely empowerment, and
So when somebody reach out to you to get their hair braided, you thinking about, oh, I'm about to empower this person?
I'm thinking about they about to walk around with my hairstyle, which is probably wrong, or my work on their head.
Okay.
Which is a better way to describe it.
Got you. What else you thinking about?
I was about to say practicing. What you
Money.
say? And money. Yeah.
You can't forget that part.
Because I keep talking about that part.
Well, you don't really talk about that part.
I don't really talk about that part.
Right. But I can't remember which book, and I'll figure out which book it is, but it talk about like there's like 6 key things that we all need and connect to. And then it's like health, money, happiness, self-gratification. They call it the evergreen skills. But this is what businesses, big businesses and small businesses, but this is what businesses who are successful are tapping into. These key components of what it means to be a human being. It's like 6 of them. So that's why, and you hear the most successful social media entrepreneurs screaming these messages. Like, so one of them is happiness. Mm-hmm. And if you follow Gary Vee, every video, his whole little clip is, do you want to be happy? Do you want to be happy? That's what he's saying. Myron Golden, money, wealth. This is the psychology of business that these companies and these entities are tapped into.
Because they know that
these are the essential components of human existence. And they just using one of them. Self-actualization is one of them. Health. What came up when you typed in evergreen skills? Or the evergreen skills is writing, communication, something.
This one says sales, finance, branding, offer development.
No, it's you might have to type.
The most essential evergreen skills that creative entrepreneurs need to have in order to survive in the creator.
Yeah, that's probably Dan Cole talking about. Is that Dan Cole?
This is Tariq Ayosti.
Well, let me see. Health, wealth, happiness, self. I'll figure out who said it because I was reading about it. And I know Dan Cole said it at some point.
But if all of the if the posts could talk to those specific things, you know that you could keep them, anybody interested.
No. That's your call.
What do you mean?
Like Nike is greatness.
Okay.
Apple is creativity.
So picking one of those 6 is.
Yes.
And sticking to it.
That's just the root of it. You feel what I'm saying? That's the baseline of it. But what happens is those other things can pop into play.
Okay.
You know, the people who are wealth people are talking about happiness. They talk about self-actualization. They talk about all those things. But they are very strategic that when you go through that social media page, all you hear is wealth, 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 wealth. Money, 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 money. Entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship. Business, business, business. All that's the same category.
Exactly.
Anybody health related, everything is workout, exercise, routines. You know what I'm saying? Diet. Everything's speaking to the core thing. Oh, Pavlov's hierarchy of needs is what it's called. There we go.
Path laws.
It might, hold on, let me. Pavlov might be the dog.
Okay.
Maslow's. Let me see. How you spell hierarchy?
Ain't it H?
H-E-I-R.
H.
H-E-I-R-A-C-H-Y.
I thought it was Y. H-Y, but you said H-E. H-E.
I-R.
I-R.
A-C-H-Y.
A-C-H-Y.
Something like that.
Yep, it's I-E. Hierarchy of needs. Here we go. And it's Maslow's hierarchy of need. Pavlov was the one that did the experiments with the dogs. He was the one that realized that you can create behavior by every time the dog is hungry, you're gonna feed the dog and you shake the bowl.
Then they mentally know they about to eat.
What they mentally just need to hear the shaking and it makes their mouth water. Right.
And you create a habit like that. Doing that same thing every time. So then she knows she's about to be hungry because her mouth was
You use to control behavior. Right. Hierarchy of needs. And then it breaks down into something else. But here we go. Self-actualization, esteem, social safety, physiological. But somebody done turned this into a business breakdown based on these principles.
Oh, if Harry was speaking to one of these,
Which
the
ones?
grading, the psychological needs, safety needs, love and belonging needs, esteem needs, self-actualization needs.
Right.
I really feel like braiding can provide a financial security. The fact that you can do it forever, and
Right. But everybody don't braid.
so how
There's more people looking for financial security than braiders. Which means your audience is broader than braiders. It's people looking for financial security. You feel what I'm saying? Even though you're talking about it through the lens of braiding, but you're talking to everybody trying to figure out financial security. Right? Because how do you make money with braiding right now?
service.
Right? And then what you working on? More streams of income. Even though it's still through braiding.
Yes.
So it's kind of like...
And it still speaks to financial security.
Yeah, so you're talking about financial security through service, through education, through training, through coaching, through...
And then in that same window, safety needs has emotional security. So the fact that
This is the wrong one though, for real. This ain't the one. The one I'm talking about is health, wealth.
You looking at Maslow's hierarchy needs?
Yeah, yep. And somebody then translated this into marketing. Let me see.
And then with this,
What to do with it?
no, am I basically trying to fall under one category and then everything becomes that umbrella, or all of these different categories?
No, you're just trying to be aware of the categories.
And
Because being aware of them make you go from talking to braiders to talking to entrepreneurs.
gotcha.
Even though everything visual that everybody's interacting with says braiding. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really more awareness of it than anything. I'm mad that I don't see what I'm looking for at this moment. Yeah, like the math laws and got translated into and simplified. That's the reason why I was looking for it, because it's then got simplified. Okay, so here go one that break it down like this: self-actualization, meetings one full potential in life. Because now this is decoding it: esteem, respect, status, strength, recognition, love, belonging, friendship is one of the ones that I was thinking of that I didn't see. Friendship, intimacy, family, connections. Safety is security, health, finances. So what I did is I searched marketing, math laws, hierarchy of needs, and then it gave me that same hierarchy of needs, but it gave it, it's like it's translating it out.
What's a theory?
A theory, my rough definition is a concept or idea that you put forth. You know what I'm saying?
And this is the concept and idea that they put forth that makes sense.
Yeah, and he was some probably big scholar studying psychology, how the human mind works, what we respond to. So businesses keyed in on that information. If we know how people think and what they feel and what they respond and react to, then we can use those elements to grow our businesses. And we hide those elements inside of our messaging where they don't even know that those things are being hit. I mean, think about it. Meeting one's full potential in life, different from every person. When I read that, you know who I picture? What company? Nike. Because Nike sells greatness.
Not the fact that the shoes be different for the different people.
Yeah, no, the shoes is just the thing that you buy in order to invest your money into the possibility of becoming great.
Gotcha.
Because some people ain't even athletes, they wear Nikes because they symbolize greatness. They not selling tennis shoes. They selling greatness. Apple don't sell computers. They sell creativity. We buy it in the form of a computer. You feel what I'm saying? We think we buying laptops and iPhones and iPads. No, we're buying creativity. And you know why we buy creativity by way of Apple? Because every movie we watch, somebody with a job in the creative market is using an Apple product.
Right, which also helps their financial security.
Helps whose financial
The
security?
people that put it out there and the things that can be created on the computers for people that make money.
Well, not the people who put it out there. The people who put it out there are using, they hitting on that. You know, the entrepreneur, the person who's a photographer, the kid that's in college. We see them with those items. We identify with those different people. So then we go get us a MacBook or get an iMac or an iPad. You feel what I'm saying? Bless you.
Thank you.
I mean, Mac's biggest slogan was "Think different." Creativity. And they did a whole full portrait series in the 70s and the 80s of Picasso, Albert Einstein. You know what I'm saying? Like they did their posters were these people. So they told you through their messaging, if you identify with these people, you want to buy our product.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like if you want to be athletic or great, you gotta wear these shoes.
Yeah. But if you don't just want to wear these shoes, you can eat the cereal. What cereal are you supposed to eat if you want to be great?
Frosted Flakes.
No.
No.
Allie, what cereal are you supposed to eat if you want to be great?
Wheaties.
Wheaties.
Um,
And why would you say you would eat Wheaties?
Jordan was on the box.
Jordan was on the box.
But and then that help with your biological and psychological.
No, all of that is messing with self-actualization. Greatness.
Right, but it's also falling under these other umbrellas too, right?
It don't fall under the other umbrella. I mean,
Or all of these, all four of these.
Wheaties ain't healthy. And spending $150 on Jordans ain't financial security. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you put it like that.
These are business tactics.
Got you thinking that's what you need.
Got you thinking that this is what you need.
So how do I make my clients think this what they need?
You think about what it is that you think about it what it really is that you needed.
Okay. And then I provide
Because you already know what they need. They need whatever you needed to get to where you got to. And once you can see what you needed broader than the skill you actually were implementing, you start seeing it like this. Oh, I was working with my own safety and security in terms of my finances. Because I was giving myself a second source of income.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I could teach people on how to manage multiple sources of income. I mean, ultimately, our conversations have been that. You get the one job, and then you got that secure. You use that money, and you spend that money on the things that's repeating, like rent, like bills, and that sort of thing. And then you look at whatever your hustle is, whatever your dream is, whatever you want to invest your money into, whatever your exit strategy is going to be from the job that you don't want.
Mm-hmm.
And you promote your service, you make money, you take the money you made, you reinvest that in equipment. Like we already done went through this. And now that you done went through it, you could teach it. If somebody stood you in front of 20 Gen Zers and said, I need you to teach them how to have two sources of income, you would be able to do it. If you didn't have to write it down, if you didn't have to structure a curriculum or none of that, we just put you in a room and said, teach them what you figured out. You just would.
Mm-hmm.
Off the top of your head.
And that's part of telling my knowledge.
Yes.
My need, everything that I needed.
Yep. And it's seeing the information that you have as another stream of income. Like this is what this whole process, these week conversations, is transitioning your thinking from the skill that I want to put in my bio of I brave from home, you feel me? To, an entrepreneur without a brick and mortar. It's the same thing. You can hear that though?
Was it brick and mortar?
where was you doing your what was you braiding from? Right. So the brick and mortar is the brick and mortar.
The structure.
Yeah, the structure.
Gotcha.
So it's like how to be an entrepreneur without a place.
Well, speaking of that,
You work from home.
you do work from home. So how do you? If I took a picture of my home, and I was wondering if we could set it up imaginarily to be more convenient.
What you mean if you could set it up?
If I could look at what I got to make it more conducive to creating content and it being productive, because I'm about to be in there more often now.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, we talking about brick and mortar. Where do these to myself? And then I want to go back through. I'm gonna go to this after. And then I want to go back through all my content and try to create text-based content for carousels on it. Let me write that down, because I read this thing that said exactly what you said. Continue to reuse my content.
Mm-hmm.
So how do I?
What I'm learning for being able to create content that you can keep reusing is you gotta write.
Right.
And for me, it's easier for me to talk. So I talk, and then I turn what I'm saying into what's written. That's why I suggest to you to talk to the, let's call it B-roll or complimentary footage that you've created. Because once you do that, you're going to get the text-based content that you speak of. And in this note that we created, you already got text-based content. Because as much as I'm like, what's the challenges, what's this, what's that, you're writing. How many steps did it take? What was the phases? Like, you got it written down. These are posts. They're posts, they're talking points, they're captions. But if you want more of them, you either got to write more or you got to say more. What you thinking?
Why it be so hard to copy and paste these things on these videos?
Copy and paste.
The things from the notes onto the videos.
What do you mean?
Because we done made this video, we done made this note, but everything that I post about is completely different. So.
It's not.
No.
No. You think it's different.
Because it's not exactly that.
Because you didn't create it for that specific reason or something. Is that charger over here for the other laptop, Alice's other laptop?
No, it's on the other side.
Oh, gotcha. No, or that's yours, Natalia?
Where? I know it happens up to here.
Oh, right, but that's a USB-C charger right there.
What are you looking at?
Over on that side of the table.
This one goes to here. So this one.
Oh,
You see
gotcha.
something else.
No. I just seen that in,
Gotcha.
knowing that plug-in part is USB-C.
That part is, but not
Yeah,
the other
yeah,
part.
Thank you. Yeah, so the goal, the mental transition that's taking place is gonna get you to the point where you can start to see the same thing in a broader way than you see it right now. And all you really got to do is the exercises that I'm telling you to do.
Which is the reiterations and trying it out and the
Or take a video that you posted that got a whole lot of feedback and talk us through what you were doing in it. One of the full time lapses. You're going to cut a piece of it. You're going to slow down the time lapse. You're going to make it about 15 to 20 seconds. And you're going to tell somebody what you was doing. Or what you was thinking. Or what you should be thinking about.
I did one voiceover, but
Do you, when you overthinking, do you know the exact moment that your thinking goes from thinking to overthinking? Or do you get to a point where you realize, damn, I'm overthinking this?
the second one more often than the first one.
Gotcha. So you might want to try to become more aware of the point of overthinking, because that's when you stop.
Okay, can we voice over one of my videos right now?
Why?
Because I be needing help.
Okay.
And I put that one video. And specific question that you just asked. When Susie asked me, that was my only voiceover that I ever did. Okay. Nobody graded it. I said my client asked me was I about to go to Boho Harry and listen to how I responded. And then I got the closed caption on there.
I ain't see that one.
I ain't posted it.
Oh.
It's in my drafts.
Why didn't you post it? Because you were scared?
No, because with all the content that I got from Susie.
So you wasn't scared?
Mm-mm.
Got you.
I made so much content from last hair that I just been going in there and posting whatever one.
Post it? What you talking about?
Like I done made a whole bunch of drafts from that. So this is just one of the things that made it to the drafts that didn't get posted yet.
So why didn't you post it?
Because it wasn't its turn.
You said it wasn't?
It wasn't its turn. I posted some other ones first.
Right, but what you posted, it looked like what you always post.
I tried to do a client view, and then I tried to do a braider tip, and then I tried to do something that fit
What's the braider tip?
to add a row of nylons to the small straight backs for extra comfort.
Okay, I ain't see that one.
That was a good braider tip.
It's a braider tip, yeah.
Saved my life.
They do feel better.
What was the response?
It was 2,413 views and only 18 likes.
The likes don't matter.
And 2 people shared it,
That's what matters.
which is more than. But 8 people shared this one.
Right. But it's, so now you're going to be able to learn who's sharing what. Who's sharing the one that shared 8? Who's sharing that? Just
The people that know me.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Susie shared it. People from my job, my mama, my sister.
Oh, that's who shared it?
Yes, they put it and sharing it was sharing it to their story. What I seen.
Gotcha.
So that's why I said people that
Because you've seen that it was people that know you. Okay, well,
Cause can you tell, like, if somebody sent it to their specifically who sent this? Cause if somebody sent it to their friend, I wouldn't know.
yeah, that part I ain't sure. But I mean, so when I'm thinking through who's doing what, when I'm looking at the video, I'm looking at the finished product and people sharing it, generally speaking, is sharing the style. So this is Allie sharing with you a video of what she saw that she wants you to do the same thing.
Right.
Service.
Right.
The video of the tip is a different group of people
Yes.
because they are sharing the tip because it's a tip. Because it ain't you supposed to do one or the other.
Right.
You just need to do some of that some more.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? And the reason why you want to do all of it more is you're gonna be able to learn. Oh, okay, yeah. When I post this stuff, these people gonna tap in. I already know who gonna tap in when I post this. I already know who gonna tap in when I post that. I'm gonna get the biggest response when I do this. But the stuff that get the biggest response is not necessarily the stuff that generates money. So that's how you know that it's not about the biggest response.
Got you.
Because if you had something that you were selling, or if you had something that people could download, you can get 5 likes and 200 plays on something that you sold 2 $100 products connected to it.
Because like right now, my followers
Don't spend no money.
don't spend no money.
Right.
They just like it's stuff that look good.
Right. So you show them more stuff that look good.
When if I do the other thing, it's gonna attract the other people.
Yes. Yeah, my followers don't spend no money. So I'm transitioning my followers out of my show and tell. And I get messages of, do you teach? Could you mentor me? Could I show you some of my work and get some feedback?
What align with where you going?
Right.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? And then the people who like to see the thing that looks good, when I post something that I was doing that people like to look at the look good thing, then they all tune in. I just realized that when I'm going to invest marketing money, I'm going to invest marketing money in the thing that sells the product.
So I shouldn't buy an ad until I'm about to say something.
Yep.
I'm so sorry, but is it Kosi's birthday?
Today's 7th or the 6th?
Oh, it's the 6th. Okay, his birthday is the 7th.
It's today's the 6th.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow.
So I know I need to start playing with styles, and I found something that I want to try.
You said with styles?
Mm-hmm.
What you mean?
With braid styles and
Oh, gotcha.
things of that nature. I realized that I really like charms, beads, bantus, and hearts. So those are some things that I want to like play with, and I want to recreate styles that like when I was younger, I used to wear these.
Mm.
So I used to wear individuals, I used to wear ponytails, I used to wear mohawks. So I was looking into styles to redo. And I was gonna try both, but between the clientele that I know and posting and asking people to be models, those seem like the two people that I want to try to engage
Right.
where I'm going.
So what you do is you can make that a part of your caption.
That I'm looking for clientele.
You always, well, you could definitely say I'm looking for clientele, but you could always say if you ever want to sit for whatever ... that could just be a part of a caption that's always in there. You know what I'm saying?
Part of this copy and paste caption situation.
Yep. Yep.
I realized that I do have one of the best user friendly websites. I just didn't set it up to be user friendly
Oh, gotcha.
completely. So I shouldn't be taking my deposit on a different website. I should try to figure out how to make this website collect the cash and what that means,
Gotcha.
and create a landing page that is more straight to the point.
Gotcha.
Um, I would like to redo all of the styles that I want to order to get better footage of it. But it's like I can't start all of these, or I can't start planning dates for these until after August 14th.
Right. So it's not like you giving yourself some work to do that you don't need to do.
But the work still need to be done.
But it don't necessarily need to be done next. Or it might change its priority level.
When that date come, like when that happens.
Yeah, just in general. Like you got a list of all the styles that you want to redo, right?
Yes. For updated content.
For updated content.
For the website.
Because you want to do it better than you've already done it.
Okay.
So I'm saying you already did it. You just want it to look better. Which means you about to give yourself something else to do that's a want, not a need.
That makes sense.
Because really what you can do is start to get your better documentation for what comes in front of you. So it's like it could naturally happen.
That makes sense.
Until it becomes a need. But right now, you just want to do it. It's like if you don't have to turn something that you got to get done into a project, don't. So it's like, as much as you can, use what you got to set up your system and to reprogram your thinking and to build your regimen and to build your discipline, and then replace stuff as needed. So you don't give yourself too many steps to start. So it ain't that you ain't gonna do it. It just go into the want bucket, not the need bucket.
So that means that instead of planning to shoot these things, letting the appointments come up as I'm doing whatever it is to just get better content, and to use the outside time to focus on the things that still become this cup for the money to fall into.
Yep. Because that stuff is
While playing with this.
Yep. Because that stuff is that stuff should be the priority. It's setting up your system to catch the money. And the more things you have to do that can happen before that, the longer that takes.
So it seemed like I need to start with my with shooting the tools on my tool list, or to shoot the tools to go with the content, but when it's time to promote the tool list, the still life pictures of the things that I use, the layouts of all the products that I have when it's time to braid and
Right.
things like that.
When the next time you got somebody scheduled to braid?
Right now, I got some braids to redo tomorrow, and then besides that,
Because that's probably when you should shoot it. Like the pictures that I got where I post, where I'll shoot my camera, my iPad, my book bag, my tripod. I take those pictures when I lay that stuff out, when I'm walking out of the door to go do a shoot.
that's the using what you got vibe. Because
Yeah, it's like what is it? I think that's habit stacking. It's taking one thing that's already set up and using it as an opportunity to build in another habit to it or something like that. So, and I've done that 20 times. And I never had to sit down and set up a time to do it
that makes sense.
because I was already doing it. That's what I do to make sure I got all my equipment. So after you done braided 5 heads, 10 heads, if you lay this stuff out and document it, shoot it, you know, if you wanted to look a certain way, put a white cloth on the table. So when you lay it out on there and you shoot, you know what I'm saying? Like you can build it into what you're already gonna do and not give it too much time if that's not needed, you know?
Right. So, what do the idle time projects become besides the reels or the content creation?
You said, what's the idle time projects?
Yeah, like if I'm not creating a project to do in the time, like times when I don't got nothing, I should be working on.
Your system.
Which is just replacing the bad habits with good habits, regardless of what they are. Not necessarily things that.
Well, when I say the system, I mean the content organization, the website and getting it functioning, revisiting old content, studying old content, studying other people's pages. Like this is the idle time stuff. Is getting your system more and more and more organized. Because if you don't need another project, don't give yourself one.
Gotcha.
Like use the available time to become more disciplined and reinforce habits. You know what I'm saying? And if you got stuff that's in your drafts, why it ain't posted? That was a question.
Because every time it's time to post, it's easier to post stuff that's ready than it is to post stuff that I look at and be like, oh, this needs something else. That's usually the only time I don't post it.
So how many drafts you got ready to go?
I was about to guess. Let me see. Right now, my drafts, I got 16 videos.
That's ready to go?
No, I don't think they're ready to go, but they're started somehow, some way.
Gotcha. See, I started out making drafts, and then my drafts got longer, and I realized that I was using drafts as a way to procrastinate. So I stopped making drafts because I hadn't built the habit and the routine of posting on a regular basis yet. So you might want to focus more on building a posting on a regular basis habit.
I try to post every day.
More than building drafts. Like, so the drafts, the amount of drafts you got helps you see how much overthinking you do.
Okay.
So if you want to overthink less, create drafts less. Because the drafts is allowing you to start and stop and not finish. And that's becoming a habit. So even if you want to load up content, don't load it up unfinished as a draft. So I'll take a video where I done said something and I done took 2 minutes and turned it into 40 seconds, right? Mm-hmm. But then I realized that on TikTok, people's engagement and views is more like 10 to 12 seconds. Mm-hmm. So then I'll take those 4 videos. I'll take that 40-second video and turn it into 4 individual videos and separate the points that I made. Okay. But I don't load them as drafts. I cut them and I save them and put them right down into my regular library. And actually I got something called short form content. So I'm loading up short form content as an album. Mm-hmm. And I know that stuff is already ready to go with a caption that I created that could go for all 4 videos.
In your notes?
In the one I posted. So what I'll do is I'll post the 2 minute, I'll post the long version of it. I open CapCut, I got a 3-minute video, I take it down and I make it a minute, right? Yeah. Now that it's a minute, I export it, I download it to the phone, and then it asks, do I want to put it to TikTok? Yes. Why not? Because now I'm going straight to TikTok. So I go to TikTok, all your hashtags save in a history on TikTok. So all you gotta do is hit the hashtag button and it'll show you all of the hashtags you do. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, well, shoot, I might as well sit here and create the caption, load all my hashtags up, right? Mm-hmm. I copy and paste the whole description. The caption and the hashtags, I copy them. Right? So now I done posted to TikTok. I go right into Instagram. I pull the version of my video that don't have the TikTok watermark bouncing around. Right? Mm-hmm. I post that 1-minute video. I paste the description and the hashtags right into Instagram. So now I done posted twice. Then what I do, because I done put the words on my video now that I went through Instagram, because I like the way Instagram words look. So now I got the words on the video and it saved me a file with the words bouncing around. It saved me a file in my photos. Mm-hmm. I take that one and I slice that one into 10-second clips for shorter form content. And I put all of that in a folder called short form content. So I got hundreds of videos that's ready to post.
But not in your drafts, they in your phone.
They in my phone ready to post versus, and if I want the hash, if I want the description, I just go right to Instagram or to TikTok to copy and paste that description, because you can screenshot it and now you can highlight the text and then I drop it in all 4, drop it in all 6. And then I just post all of them. And my drafts have not moved in 5 months. And my drafts is loaded. Because initially, I would save stuff as drafts, which allowed me not to finish. It was like giving me a permission not to finish because it's called a draft. The fact that we know it's a draft, we saying that it's unfinished. Okay, so let me go on and get this video, put these words on here, and hit the download to my phone button so I complete it.
It goes somewhere. That's like printed out.
Yes. Even if I wasn't ready to post this right now, I done downloaded it. This is how many seconds I want it to be. I done cut it in Instagram. I done added the caption to it, and I done hit it to download to the phone. So now when I go to post, I go get a video that's ready to go versus having to sit anxious about these drafts.
So I gotta get all my videos on my drafts.
Or you can leave them there.
No, because I like editing on Instagram.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, now that you can really cut it and all that. Yeah.
Everything where you need it to be. Quick and convenient. And then if I'm not editing on that, I'm editing on CapCut.
Yeah, because now Instagram got an undo button, so yeah.
Templates, all that.
Yeah, so I can relate to what you're experiencing. That's why I'm like, oh yeah, get out of the drafts. And I'll just know, I'm here to tell you that.
It's 20 days worth of content.
Right. Oh, in the drafts? Probably more than that.
Because if I cut them up or do something different or switch them in something.
Right, but technically, it's no days worth of content.
You don't gotta put it like that.
You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't done. I'm telling you, my drafts folder is full and it stayed full. I think I got 12 gigs worth of drafts. Maybe 16 gigs worth of drafts. Whatever it is, my drafts, I said, let me experiment. Let me stop making drafts. Because I never go back to them. And if I ever go back to one, I wind up watching and looking at more than one. And it's like, forget all that. I'm about to create a different habit. I'm sitting down, I'm going in, I'm cutting it, I'm cutting space, I'm getting to the point, I'm shaving, boom.
It's over.
It's over. I'm going back to that video, pulling out the 4 points I made, making it 4 different posts. And then TikTok went from 300 plays to 700 plays to 4,200 plays. Because my videos went from 1.5 minutes to 40 seconds to 20 seconds to 10 seconds.
And then they can go to words.
Exactly. Because I done put words on it. So now I'm seeing it as words. And seeing it as words is helping the captions, because now sometimes I just reinforce what I done read on the screen to build my caption off of.
So it's like it's all there.
Yep, it's all there. And now the fact that when they saying, when you're doing this, you want to write more, I'm understanding it. Because once it's written, it's a post, it's a meme, it's a bullet, it's a talking point, it's a carousel, it's a script, it's a newsletter. You know what I'm saying?
Mocked up. Mocked up.
It becomes all of that. It becomes a framework, a chapter, a principle, a theory, a myth, a tip, a secret. You see what I'm saying?
I need to add all the stuff that I be just putting in this one note. Mark on it. Okay.
This would be a raw conversation.
I can't write. I can't.
But you know the theory.
Because I can't talk.
Screaming. Making like this is so crazy.
If you don't know what to say, you ain't saying what it is that you have to say. You trying to figure out how to say something other than what wants to come out. That's the reason why on Mondays you feel like
It's hard.
it's hard, because you want to be able to filter and censor and process what wants to come out before it comes out. You want to be able to analyze it. You want to be able to check it, spell check. You want to be able to send it through your whole mental system before you can allow it to come out. But when somebody else in the hot seat, you speaking, your stream of conscious thought is roaring.
Right, I do good when somebody else in the house.
Shit, me too. Right.
I can't see. Turn that light on for me, my love.
You said turn it
On.
on.
Oh, that fuck up the shot.
No, you automatic exposure. It just adjusted it.
The whole
Yeah.
automatic
But
exposure.
listening to you when Nayshawn was in the hot seat is when I knew that you was aware.
What you mean? What was?
Well, see, if you might not understand the timeline, but you were a non-talker all up until he was in the hot seat. And then once he was in the hot seat, what you revealed is your awareness.
To the shit I be doing too.
Yes. Yes. And then you just, ever since then, you've been challenging yourself to sit in the seat.
Like sitting in the seat make me talk.
Yeah, you ain't running from the seat now, even though you might be having a hard time in it. You know, you ain't going to work at Dollar General.
You go to like a Dollar General. No Dollar General, no Dollar Tree, no nothing. Work from home.
Yeah,
Baby, can you help
that was
me?
good.
Okay, you want to see my at-home house studio base?
Oh, was you trying to figure out how to conveniently set it up?
Yes.
All right, we out of here till next week. You was live?
Mhm.
Oh, gotcha.
I had to switch because